What is going on, guys? Kyle with Finance Bro here, and ARK Invest has officially launched their brand new Space Exploration and Innovation ETF. What's in this ETF? How's it trading on day one? And where is it going in the future? All of these questions and more will be answered in this video. Before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. Also, check out the WeBull link in the description below if you guys want 2 free stocks with WeBull when you sign up and deposit $100. It's a great trading platform and I think you guys will really love it. But other than that, let's get right into this video. For those of you who don't know, let me give a quick recap on what ARK Invest is and what they do. ARK Invest is a capital management fund that basically manages a bunch of different ETFs that contain companies that are poised to really have crazy disruptive or super innovative technology. They currently manage a variety of different ETF funds. These funds include ARK Innovation ETF, ARK Next Generation ETF, and ARK Genomic Revolution. And those are just to name a few. They have a variety of other ETFs that you can take a look at as well. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about a brand new ETF venture that ARK has just launched today as of making this video, March 30th, 2021. Ticker symbol ARKX, otherwise known as ARK Space Exploration and Innovation ETF, is a fund that will focus on investing in disruptive or potentially innovative candidates in the aerospace industry. The fund went live today on March 30th, and it's currently listed on all major brokerage platforms. If we look at the overall price action of the ETF, it's really not that crazy. We're only seeing about 12.55 million in volume, so really there's not much movement going on today. Now you might be asking yourself, what companies are included in this ETF? There are over 39 different companies situated in this ETF, but for time's sake, we're only going to go over some of the big names that I think are worth mentioning. Let's start with Lockheed Martin, or LMT. Lockheed Martin is in the aerospace defense industry, and they manufacture a lot of the planes and jets that we use for our military. Lockheed also recently announced that they're going to be starting their own space exploration division of their company. Another interesting company that's in this is Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic is a subsidiary of the Virgin Airlines company, and what they're focused on is space travel and tourism. Could be a really interesting business model if they can literally get it off the ground. Also want to say too that Boeing is listed in this fund as well, which we all know is a manufacturer of airplanes and aerospace technology. Now that was just a little bit about the aerospace related companies that are in this fund, but what about everything else? As I said before, there's 39 different companies that are currently involved in the fund, and not all of them are only based on the actual vehicles that we would use to travel in space or aerospace in general. There are actually a few companies that really stick out to me. These companies include Netflix, Google, Amazon, Garmin, and a host of others, of course. Including Amazon into this fund I think is very interesting. Considering the fact Amazon is already one of the largest e-commerce suppliers in the entire world, I think that this has a huge potential to grow, and who knows what Amazon's going to do in the future. We've already seen crazy things like drone deliveries and robotic grocery stores, so who knows what they will do with the space industry going forward. This is one of the largest companies, in my opinion, in the entire world, and I could really see them expanding into this industry. Let's also take a look at Garmin. Garmin, of course, is used in all kinds of different applications, both military and civilian. It's great for GPS tracking and overall tracking any kind of statistics when it comes to physical fitness or just general mileage and things like that. I can definitely see Garmin being a huge part of the space industry, especially considering their satellite technology. We also have Google, which I think is really interesting because obviously Google is a big deal. It's a search platform that pretty much every single person on this planet uses. And of course, Google is going to likely be a big part in space because for people who are living in space or using technology in space, they're probably going to still need a search browser. Also want to make a quick mention too of Netflix. Netflix is interesting considering the fact that they're really more of an entertainment company and they're building a service that obviously provides to people, but what does that have to do with space? Well, obviously people once again are going to want entertainment in space, and Netflix could be a huge provider of this. We're not necessarily going to have traditional cable like we would in space, and for people who are traveling through space and want to be able to enjoy some of their favorite shows, the Netflix as a platform could be used in space to entertain astronauts, or just general space goers in general. Because all you really need for Netflix is an internet connection. This is really fascinating to me, and I'm really interested to see what happens with their inclusion with this ETF. Now there are a lot of other companies listed in this fund. They're a lot smaller though, and not as big as some of these other large companies that we mentioned, but there are a lot of defense or military contractors, so really is, who knows what's going to happen with that. There obviously is a lot of potential for the military to expand into space, and of course with the establishment of Space Force, we could see a lot of that coming in the future. Now as far as my own thoughts about this ETF, I'm pretty bullish on it. I do, however, think that there is quite a bit of technological progress that needs to be established before we can really see a lot more growth with this ETF. In my opinion, technology still has quite a ways to go before we can really become a truly space traveling race. We're of course seeing things like SpaceX push the bounds every single time, and they're doing amazing things almost every single year and month, so who knows what happens with that. And I'm looking forward to when they're included with the fund because I have no doubt in my mind that SpaceX wouldn't be included in the fund. But it's just things like that where there's these new types of rockets being developed, new ways of energy production, things like that that I think will really help push forward the space industry that just aren't currently available right now. Like anything, it's going to take time, and I think with this ETF it's going to take time to grow more. I think of course there is a lot of hype around it because again, ARK Invest has had a lot of really good financial products that they've released over the last couple of of years. And overall, ARK's really good at picking disruptive companies. So who knows what's going to happen? I think there definitely will be growth. Of course, it's an ETF. You know, it has a lot of companies on its side, plus the fact that we're in a huge bull market right now. So who knows? But in my own personal opinion, before this really explodes, I think we need to see a lot more technological growth overall. I'll definitely be watching this ETF very closely. I might even buy a few shares today or tomorrow while the price is still fairly low. Maybe wait for a dip, who knows? Because right now, obviously the ETF just launched. Considering it's a brand new ETF, who knows what could happen in the future with it, but I'm excited for its growth and its potential. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys bought this ETF today or what your guys' thoughts are on it in general. Let me know what kind of companies you would like to see them add in the future, and let me know what other stocks you want us to talk about on this channel in general. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new. Check out the WeBull link if you guys want to get started trading with an amazing brokerage. It's called WeBull. You guys get 2 free stocks when you sign up with our description link below. It's an affiliate link, so we get a free stock when you guys sign up, and you guys get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100. So definitely go check that out. It's definitely worth it. Also check out our course program, which is listed below. We have 3 amazing courses full of value if you guys want to take a look at those and take advantage of them. And other than that, guys, that's all we have for you guys today. I'm Kyle, Finance Bro. Take it easy.